Maybe we should look through modern legal dwarves. Because I don't remember if I've done that. Oh no. Oh, that's a great draw. Single Fomori Vault? Roski, perhaps, but I don't know. Fomori Vault. Well, Fomori Vault is a colorless land, that's the issue. Scapeshift. I'll get Lotus Field. 2 Vestiges? No, bounce on Vestige. And I think we are Mr. Beasting this this game. The only issue I see is there might be a lot of colorless decks and the number of Karn increases. Karn would be a little bit brutal, but I don't think there's gonna be a lot of colorless decks. Like, do you mean that that would happen because of Eugen? I don't think that's gonna be the case. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. And put the extra Lotus Field into play. Also, like, Karn is so much... Like, I think Karn is actually pretty bad when it's not directly hating on a specific thing. So I think that's gonna be pretty bad right now. We hit Urza's Cave, so I didn't even need anything extra, just got the loop. Could also Titan for Woodland, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So Titan for 6, yeah. Bro, no one cares. Start sideboarding. Well, I don't really have a sideboard. It's a mirror match. No Force of Vigor this time. But also I am basing that on how just no one will have Force of Vigor because I'm not playing it, so nobody else should. Just like we all agree not to mess each other up. Us Titan gamers. Sure. Like this, perhaps? We were supposed to do Mr. Beast, yeah, until I realized that actually I would prefer not to. Alright, expecting a turn 2 Spelunking then. Saga is a good draw. If I get Force of Vigor, I will lose, but life is that you lose sometimes. Really awkward situation. I think I actually... Didn't I choose Scapeshift? What I should do is... Draw step hit Spelunking. My opponent doesn't have a third forest, and they might even be unable to Titan. And if I draw a Vestige, I can win next turn. Maybe. If I get lucky. Not great. I do get Boseiju. Oh no, Million Amulet. Spelunking is such a cool card. I remember when nobody believed it, but now everyone wants a playset. Well, there were some issues with Spelunking that got ironed out with these new versions of the deck with Analyst and Scapeshift especially. Spelunking used to actually kind of mess you up on double Amulet in a relevant way. Because nowadays it doesn't stop your kill. But it used to actually stop your kill. You could only haste one Titan and it was actually a pain. I have lost games to that for sure. And when the deck was more reliant on double Amulet, because I remember playing just 3 or 4 Mycosynth Gardens, 2 Amulets, trying to get to 2 Amulets every game. That was kind of a different approach, I think. Maybe Villain will hit my bounce one once again. That would be lovely. Come on, do it. And Scapeshift with doesn't care about Spelunking at all. There's never a problem. Wouldn't stop the old kill if Flamekin Village was legal. Well, I don't know about Flamekin Village, I have to say. Always tap. Always tap it, but an extra red source? Interesting. Any elementals in the deck? It's from Commander 2014. Unfortunately, they did not kill my land. They have an extra Boseiju in hand. I don't think I can do anything. If I cast Scapeshift, it forces my opponent to hit my Amulet of Vigor. At least. I have a lot of lands in play. That's kinda it. But maybe I can get somewhere. So what does my opponent do at the very least? Do they just have 4 blanks in hand, 4 bounce lands? Well, 1 Boseiju and 3 bounce lands. They do get to pick up Otawara and bounce my Saga. To which I don't know. They do have to do something about my Saga, which is why I left it in play. Some people board in bogs. Villain could bog my analyst. If that is the case. Just maybe minimally annoying, but we'll see how much. I can transmute for Mr. Beast. And then just hope that my opponent continues not to draw an Amulet. They did find an Otawara. Okay, they drew Summoner's Pact. What are you getting, your own Mr. Beast? Was he interested in attacking with a second Titan? I guess Beast is better because you draw into an Amulet effect and win. Perhaps. Or at least there's a chance you do. We found the Analyst, which is interesting. How long do boxes won in an arena direct usually take to arrive? While not floating the mana? It depends, K-Prince. I still haven't received my Foundations boxes that I won in early December. But I got my... Wait, really? I get to search? That's crazy. But I got my Duskmourn boxes pretty quickly. And MH2 boxes pretty quickly as well. How often do I win via Saga token beatdown? I don't remember doing that. Did they even have the first Boseiju? They have 2 in their graveyard, so they used to. So I know of Otawara for sure. When I use them for box sealed in summer, you're probably good, but who knows. I think here I get a Titan. And then what? Where's my Vesuva? This is an Acquiring Deeps. This is a Vesuva, okay. Can't you loop Analyst? Can I? Villain has an Otawara, chat. It's not that simple. Wasn't there a better timing for Otawara? Given that I can't win, I don't know. I don't think I can win. I can win if villain doesn't Otawara my Amulet. That's the only scenario. Well, they still have a window to do it, but that is frankly a bit weird. That is very weird. Really, bro? What happened? Did they hallucinate the Otawara? Didn't they search for it? Did I imagine that? They did search Grove Chamber Otawara, right? Yeah, they also have Analyst to pick up. The graveyard, which contains Vestige and Grove Chamber. I feel like seems like my opponent is learning Titan, so they seemed confused about some stuff. I think I've run into a few gamers after the bannings already who seemingly switched from Breach. Oh, seems like Rundka begins. I keep and I put back Gruul Turf. I'm playing normal games with weird characters so far. I guess I'm trying to unlock more of them. Most of those seem indeed like buffs to the base game. I canister a 4 Belcher sideboard in Ghost Quarter or 2. Good or bad? I think it's not that good, unfortunately. The reason being that Lotus Bloom still exists, so you would kind of need Collector Roof to combine with that. And they just routinely play basics, which just lessens the impact of the first Ghost Water by so much that I don't love that. It's probably not horrible though, and makes some sense. But it's a very narrow deck, and I'm probably not in love. Yeah, well, the more stuff you have, the better you'll be, so that is for sure. Especially the new villain. It seems to be doing well, but I expect it to still be hard capped popularity wise on at a pretty low amount, frankly. Can get lucky and mill a few lands, and I can just have a lot more lands in play. Aren't you normally fetching Boseiju and a bounce anyway? You draw a card every turn. One of them might be a Ghost Quarter. If you have 2 Ghost Quarters, you can search for... Like, I'm not so worried about winning once I have a Titan in play. That seems less hard. But having cards that do something before it comes to that seems useful. Hi man, do you have a sideboard sheet on your actual list of Amulet? I actually do, it's available in my Discord. But you do have to be a Twitch subscriber to access it. So depends to what lengths are you willing to go, my friend. I do try to update it every now and then. Monthly is about what I actually end up doing. Unfortunately, villain is going to be flying their monsters. My favorite length to go, 3 inches. I need to draw a payoff. I played out my Simic Grove Chamber stupidly, so that doesn't count. Tolaria West doesn't count. I should have played a Gruul Turf. Summoner's Pact gone. Typical Ragavan experience. Freddy 43, thank you very much. Opponent no balls to cast a Summoner's Pact. Sad. Grażynka. A bit useless, but... Is this no map moment? It is. What's my fourth amulet? I mailed it. No map moment. I think they'll make Sloth Tribal viable. I don't think so. I don't think they ever will. I can't go to Yemen. Pedro Morcelin, Arnau B14, Freddy43 and Feruk TV. Thank you very much, broskies. Seems like I'm getting showered with Twitch.tv subscriptions, bros. Lovely. Alright, let's stop pretending I'll make a 7-7 F6, I guess. It's just whatever I draw pay up or not. Oh, you miss Gachi. You can request Gachi to bring back the old days, but I guess you can bring back the Gachi, but not the Gachi culture, so I don't know how well that's gonna go. Can't even block the stupid cards because Ajani is overpowered. What are we casting? Solitude. Sure. Johnny flies. And guide flies. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No i chuj, umieram, bo kurwa, taki jest zajebisty ten Magic, że stwory latają i nie można ich blokować. Hey, I was about to join Scapeshift. Cool. Classic no map experience. Was seemingly like was not really happening, but then lately it's happened a few times, so at this point I don't know what to think. Awesome hand. I think the only option is to play a deck that doesn't have an artifact that makes 72 mana turn 3. Is Amulet of Vigor fast mana? Discuss. Well, it certainly isn't slow. Gain 4 life. I Titan next turn. Unless my Spelunking gets hit. But if it gets hit by a Boseiju, that's fine. If I get Solitude into Blood Moon, then I will be a bit distraught. O kurwa, no nie, no Solitude of Blood Moon. At least I drew a forest like I should. But that was crazy. I think it's just a loud song. Solitude my Grazer to Hit my... Hit me with Ragavan to play turn 2 Blood Moon. On the draw, it's just crazy. Best top deck into worst. Well, I mean, I don't mind drawing the Hanweir at this point. Doesn't seem to matter. I'm grateful enough for that forest so that I don't mind. Also, Villain had no follow-up to Moon at all. I think Lucas considered a bit too prematurely. You think so? Alright, 3 out of 3 Ragavan. Hopefully the same event will not happen. Static Prison, okay. Use your treasure to play 1-drop. Nope. Oh, Surville Flash, skillful. Mengusta is streaming Flesh and Blood. How does he do that? Tabletop Simulator or something like that? He did ramp a bunch. No point in killing the Ragavan instantly. If I get mooned, I get mooned. Bombardment, really? That's it? Hey, that's a good draw. I guess we can play around Trap and Charm. Did I consider bouncing Depths and copying Heath, having it enter untapped and being able to get Forest in case of Moon? I did not think of that, yeah. As much as I should have. Wasn't it best to Titan first and Scapeshift with 6 lands? No, it's the same. I win every time in both scenarios, so it's no difference. But I think I should probably play around Trap and Charm, so I actually will perform a sheepish Scapeshift. I like boy bands. Sort of, not really. No, I guess I wouldn't say I like them. Could have just Mr. Beasted. I think this turn was played a bit badly. See, it doesn't matter. But this hand I keep. Click reroll, so you can die. Wait, so the reroll button resets after you die? I did not realize that the entire time I've been playing. But in that case, that's an insane item. Or rather, a perk. Oh, kurwa, Belcher. This is going to be a challenging game, chat. Or even a match. They already have a Lotus Field and our rather Bloom suspended. Hmm. Hmm. It is probably not in my interest to play land now. I think I would rather just cycle all the explorers on the next turn. Because if I draw an amulet in my draw step, then they activate twice. Or if I draw an amulet at some point, like all of the future explorers give me 2 activations. Bro could counter that. Not much I'm left with being able to do if my opponent does that, so I guess if they have a flare, they're kinda interested in countering the explorer. And given that they're thinking, seems like they do, yeah. So I'm expecting to die next turn. Is this combo spring? Belcher spring. Oh, top land. Not dead. Still in a shitty spot. Did Belcher get anything good in last expansions? Not for a while. Oh wow, that's bullying opponent. They can wear for Belcher now. Guess I'm fucked, right? Can't produce double green, so I die. Pretty anticlimactic, I guess, to just die to activations, counters on my explorers. Have I considered a second T-West? Not at all. It is not within the range of cards I'm interested in. I'm on the play, so I can keep the Saga. Puts me at 65 cards, which is a lot. Belcher did play Harbinger of the Sea. That's very true, yes. It really does. I don't know the trackers because I don't really have disruption that's good. Like I just have the Boseijus. I think the tracker is a bit horrible. Sex a bit less. Okay. This doesn't really do anything. Except for assembling double amulet, which is nice, but that's kinda all we do. Fast message, fuck you guy. Holy shit. Me? Probably have to mulligan. Yeah, Tireless Tracker, let's go. Maybe this can win if I draw a bounce line in my first draw step. Maybe it's better to not sideboard than to sideboard the way I do against Belcher. Currently. We only have 3 cards left though. But they have a Lotus. What's the tracker for? It's for the grindy matchups. At Spelunking, let's fucking go. Which is Belcher a grindy matchup, right? It's not quite. Kind of for the same reason. And sucks, let's keep. I did play a bit of Celeste, I did not hate it, but I did not finish the game. At some point it started to be a bit much for me. Not even the Weeb Dark Souls game. Oh, I downloaded this one and I have it ready to play any day now. It's been on my PlayStation installed, ready to be played for 5 years or something. Good old Fotsy's bug, yeah. You look like someone who played Cossacks at Age of Empires. I never played Age of Empires, so looks can be deceiving. What did they grab with the first trigger? Well, yeah. Okay. Kethis? Is Kethis a dragon? Holy shit, that changes everything. This is the Mox Jasper deck we're gonna play once we get to play it. What a toolbox. Graveshifter, Masked Vandal, Extraction Specialist, Grist, Ajani, Scourge of Valkas, and Clock of Omens. Who's Jasper? It sure does sound like a name, I agree. Mox Jasper. Returns Witch Enchanter, that's brutal. Ajani, why? Because every creature in this deck is a cat, so if you activate Ajani's +2, you put a counter on all of your cards. Also, it makes a 0-cost creature, so you can Pyre of Heroes it away. If you need to find a 1-drop. It's a bit convoluted, but those are the reasons. Not enough Springleaf Drums. Not enough? How many do you want? Can't play more. 6. That sounds like something I'm not aware of. Is there a functional reprint of Springleaf Drum? Or the blue Springleaf Drum? But that sucks. Can get Flicker Wisped on Bounce Land. Sprite Dragon. How about Pepsi Dragon? Turn 2 Spry Dragon, play 8 Mox. Holy fucking shit. That's all I can say. This white black deck is so good, by the way. Maybe I can get wrecked by Aberrant Raptor, but it seems like villain F6. Aberrant Raptor on the Analyst could be a bit annoying. But also nobody plays that main deck. Honestly, Delirious DLC should be a dragon. Oh, it's a shaman. Think of the lore implications. You can't just give dragon shifting abilities to a random Tarkirian. If it even is one, I don't know. Solitude. Oh no, that is horrible. ASMR videos of just coming off with Analyst. Talking or not? Or just clicking? Maybe MTGO sounds? Why no answer? I mean, that's essentially what I'm doing. Anyway, so it doesn't sound much different. Especially in Portugal? Why in Portugal? I don't get it. Why no answer with Cave into Woodland loop copied again Titan? Well, why do that? Or Johnstar, that's what you mean. The answer was that I didn't care, I win, right? So just wanted to give my opponent the opportunity to click on their Solitude so they can F6 freely. It was actually an act of benevolence in the direction of my opponent. Test. There was I could hear the unplugging sound. I don't know what to fully unplug though. Interesting. Oh, bro, stop it. Wasting our time. New technology, hold down free to actually have all the lands enter untapped. I somehow did not realize I could do that previously. Only a Twitch chatter told me some time ago, a few days ago. Solitude resolves. You can target Mr. Beast. I copy Mr. Beast as well. And I pick up the OG. Solitude goes away. Mr. Beast number 2 enters. Puts battlements into play, that's it. Haste itself. Play Titan for good measure. And another one. Is Dread useless? No, it is not useless, but I think it is a bad draw strategically. O nie, no kurwa, ja pierdolę Triosk, ty zamulaczu. Gratuluję tobie stalowania. Well done. All that to scoop. No, I just have trample as well. The charm blocker doesn't do anything. I thought of Lumina a little bit. Dryad, I think, is a bad card strategically. It's not very bad. It's a bit bad. I think it's just not optimal in your opening hand to draw it. Others disagree and just like drawing it, but I don't feel the need to play a card, a win con card, basically. Didn't Bowmaster before you drew 15 cards? Yeah, surprisingly. How come? That's actually a bit puzzling. I guess if you, like, because you lose anyways, even if you Bowmaster me for 15 cards, you still stall. So you might want to save your Bowmasters in order to not have to put all the triggers on the stack so that you lose less time when you're stalling, which is what villain is doing, right? So makes perfect sense actually, if you think about it. Did I see the Paolo Dovito's Twitter poll? The lightning bolt one? It's a pretty good question. You have a bolt, your opponent just dies when you cast the bolt. They can, let's say they play sorcery speed deck with no way to gain life or kill you in response. Like you know that if you put the bolt on the stack, it resolves. And you are up a game. No, you're down a game. And you want to force a draw. So you draw the bolt with them at 3 life and you just don't cast it. Is that morally fine or not? Spelunking is gone. Seems pretty morally fine to you. So you do that because you don't want to enter game free. So conceptually, it is pretty hard to say that you're doing anything else than stalling. If you really think about it. But it's also not something that you could realistically prevent or codify in the rules to be not allowed. It's pretty interesting. A fun scenario to think about. Hopefully villain doesn't kill my Spelunking. If you're playing against someone you don't like, it's fine, understandable. Somehow Trios has 3 cards in hand. How deep did he mulligan? 5? No, he mulled to 6. He cast a Thoughtseize and a Relic on board, so he has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why is he so low on cards? Which enchanter? Sad. What I could do is play Echoing Deeps. 2 mana floating, find 4 Crumbling Vestiges and just get my lands back to just have a lot of lands in play. Then my Analyst will be exiled, but with my opponent on 2 cards and no pressure, I think that's honestly fine. And the Scapeshifts don't look like they're gonna be any better anytime soon. Would be nice to be able to get Sagas in this spot maybe, but mill 2 sexes. Also got a T West, so that's convenient. Except that I'd have no blue. That way we have extra blue and Amulet. Sure, sounds good to draw. Choosing not to cast it and just play in your usual pace seems fine to me. True, I guess, if you can achieve your usual pace. But then the subconscious becomes relevant. Can you? How is Vesuva and Deep's ordering determined? Did it give you the option there? It did not give me the option. I think you should be able to choose, but you don't. Guess I don't even have enough green, funnily. But I can do this. Our interrupter. I barely knew her. I want to transmute. I can transmute next turn. Don't want to be vulnerable. My plan was to get a solid amount of bounce lands and Mr. Beast my way onto victory. Unfortunately, I tapped all of my lands, which maybe was a bit bad, because now a villain gets to ephemerate the Witch Enchanter now. They can kill my Amulet forever. Deeps goes first, Vesuva next. Is that an actual ruling? Why? I don't think so. They both are. I have no idea. Okay. You pulled my leg successfully. As I did think you do have an idea. Well, they're both effects that alter how your card enters the battlefield. They should be happening at the same time. Villain thinking of popping relic or maybe ephemerating. I have to say I have played against white black plenty and I don't ever recall seeing anybody assemble Ketchamos plus relic against me a single time. Maybe a layers thing? It is not layers, no. Or rather, like, well, it is not, no. Are you sure? Yeah, yes, I am. TBF, you either ignore it or kill them before? Not necessarily. Can't really ignore an effect that draws so many cards over and over. Flicker, Wisp, the Enchanter, that's really good. Okay, I drew another one. I think there was a Relic plus Ketchamos against you at least once. Alright, so not a single time is probably a stretch. Might have been when you were playing Hollow once, I understand why you wouldn't want to remember. Oh, I meant as Amulet. I think people also board out Ketchamos, even though I'm not sure if that's what they should be doing, but I think that's what they do. I will think of my sideboard plans against Belcher because my plan currently doesn't exist, so I will try to make it so that it does exist. Because currently there is too little of a plan, and Vexing Bauble is solid against Belcher indeed, that is true. GG Trios, you stood no chance. Legacy Band power level card Vexing Bauble, indeed. I wish Mr. Trios would F6. Time to crack the relic. Canister wins the match. No proszę. No proszę. So 3-1 the Prelim, won versus everybody, lost to Belcher. Defeated the Mirror round 1, which... yeah...